and gentlemen. This is Hellfired on the cast and Cold Bloodied, and we're gonna be casting this next match. It's gonna be interesting.
What's going on, guys? Very exciting set number one. Hoping set two can bring that same amount of action.
Yep, we're just waiting to get into picks and bans here. But once we get into that, we will break it down, see what's going on. We've got not sure team names, but we got Glenn Knott, that's a familiar face, and Mr. Sneaky Four. Don't know who that is necessarily like name wise, but probably someone of note. Looks like we got a Hoombots ban. Pretty standard ban here, I think. Strong God, strong ult. I think it's good.
Yeah, I agree. Just brings a lot of team fight presence. Hard to deal with, hard to peel for.
Yeah, we got the Persephone ban. Best god in the game. Makes sense here, honestly. Team Cat versus KSP Quarantine. Thank you. So I'm guessing Team Cat is on the left then, and KSP Quarantines is on the right. So that will be the names. Oh, opposite. My bad. Opposite of what I just said. We've got a Camazotz ban, very strong soul laner, also strong jungler, a lot of sustain. I think good god overall. Honestly, good ban. We got a Yamoja ban
Interesting
here.
to see if the Odin or the Thor gets through.
Yeah, very interesting to see the Odin or the Thor gets through. We got the Thor ban right here, as we say that. I honestly, I've been seeing a lot of older bans recently, within, ranked, other things around those lines. I'm wondering if they will prioritize the Uller as much as other people are in the meta at the moment, but we will just have to see. Waiting on this last ban here. Taking their time, thinking. Ooh, Aphrodite ban.
There's still a lot of good gods on the table right now. They still have the Thora or the Odin up. I've been seeing Hell picked a lot. They go for the Merlin first pick.
Yeah, the Merlin first pick here, strong god overall. I think it's just a good first pick. Bologna hovered up top first. What do you feel about this, Cold?
Ooh, it has to be a comfort pick.
Oh, and it looks like they turn over to the Raw. Haven't locked it in yet, though. Also, still an interesting first pick, in my opinion. Don't really think it's necessarily the best god, but, if you're good on it, make it work.
I think the low cooldown on the ult and the heal, it can add a lot of presence to team fights, but it can get counterpicked pretty easily. It's gonna be interesting to see what they pick to counter that Raw.
True. And if this Raw even is locked in, they're still really thinking about this pick here. Not really sure what they want to go for. Ooh. The horse. Okay. The horse here is a good pick. Very strong early game, good presence. Strong late game too. Ooh, Kukulkan, good pick as well. Strong
There's something a
annoying
little
god.
bit more familiar than the Raw.
Indeed. Now we're waiting for KSP Quarantines to pick their next two gods. This is a really meticulous thinking. We got a Terra pick here. And they lock in the Terra. Interesting pick there, honestly. What do you how do you feel about this? Because I think it can work with the Merlin, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, she's not going to be getting knocked up by Horus, most likely, and it can definitely provide some sort of peel. It also sets up really well against the Kukulkan.
That's true. Ooh, the Kali insta-locked in here. This is interesting, truly. What I... Oh, and then Adachi on the other side insta-locked in here. You think there's any reason for these picks, specifically out of the junglers?
Man, the Daji provides a lot of setup for the Kukulkan. If they're able to burn beads with the Horus and then land a big Daji ult, Kali gets pulled. All three of them get pulled right now, so it's going to be very interesting to see.
Yeah, that Daji is... You're right, that Daji is definitely a good pickup into this comp so far. Alright, we got Odin Sobek bans. Understandable, get those gods out of the game. Don't want to play against them. Annoying, you know. Also annoying into each other's comps, I'd say. Still waiting here for the last 2 bans to go through. On her ban, very interesting ban there, honestly. And then the Jing Chen. I don't necessarily really understand the on her ban personally. I mean, I guess the CC Moon ult, that's why they're banning it, so that, the enemy team has to go on a, non-CC Moon Hunter, but I just don't understand it personally when they pick up the Jablanque.
Well, I think it's going to work well with the Daji, create some more chaos around in team fights.
This Loki hover, it's a joke, obviously, because Loki is comp banned, but if he wasn't, it might have been picked up. Arachne hovered? This is interesting. Apollo insta-lock-in, also very interesting. And the Jormungandr. Where do you think that Jormungandr is going? You think he's going support, solo? Which one do you think?
Well, I think he's going to go solo. They can go the Terra solo, but she's going to lose a lot of pressure on that side of the map. And looking at their comp, they're going to want pressure to kind of carry this Kali through the early game.
True. Sterling Chen being hovered here. Okay, and now Freya. Looks like they're just, maybe thinking about what they want to go with. Personally, with the Erlang Chen at least, I don't know why they would pick that over, like, I don't know. There's a bunch of other warriors open. There's one of the warriors I was thinking of that's open, Achilles, which they do lock in. Good pressure, good late game, good early game, good mid game, I'd say. Good overall. Ooh, Zhangqi into lock in. That is going to be an interesting lane in the soul lane. A lot of kill potential in the soul lane, I'd say. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. And now we're getting into game 1.
I think both teams drafted really well. They have really good team fights. They have a lot of damage potential.
Agreed.
Definitely going to be a good match to watch.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. Hopefully a closer match, I would say. Much longer. But what I mean by that is both team comps, at least, they look like they want to make it to late game. The Kali Merlin, screams to me 30 minutes. The Daji, she does good. I mean, she does decent early, but like not like the best early. But late game is where Daji is just gonna shine. Jablanque, Kukulkan, like both teams really look like they want to fight at 30 minutes, and I mean, I'm guessing that's what they're gonna do. So this is gonna be a long game, I hope.
I mean, for sure. I mean, both teams, like you said, have that late game presence, so it could honestly go either way. I think what's going to determine this match is how they play around objectives. The Gold Fury, the Pyromancers pushing these towers. Whoever gets the late game first really is going to have the advantage.
True that. Interesting relic from the Terra. Upgraded sprint. How do you feel about that? Upgraded sprint into a Daji and a Jablanque.
I think it could be really good. They're obviously looking for an early kill in duo lane. Looking at Team Cat, they have a lot of slows, so this Terra is probably just going to sprint the Merlin out of there, or Apollo.
True. Do you think a Shell might have been more advantageous in the early, or do you think sprint is just what she should be going?
I think you can go either way with it. Like I said, they're probably looking for an early kill in duo lane, and I think the upgraded sprint is fine.
Okay. That's fair. Apollo opting to only go 2 health pots also. Very interesting. Doesn't look like he wants to stay in lane long. But, I don't know. It's an interesting thought from me, personally. Wow. We just got some farming going on. This is gonna be, farm fest in the dual lane, farm fest in the jungle. Probably killing the blue buff. Hopefully holding it for her soul laner to come back. Unfortunately did not hold it. You know how it is.
It's going to be very interesting when these dual laners hit level 2, because that's when the
Apollo
teams do really well level 2.
Apollo very poked here. Probably wishing he had more health pots, if I'm being honest. About half health, and it's only second wave. It's not ideal. Doesn't have much, Ooh, the miss of the
aggression going on Jablanque?
Oh, nice. Oh my god, in the first blood. That was insane there. I don't honestly don't even know what happened.
Well, they traded their life total for lane pressure, and I think that really benefited them in the end.
That's true. Ooh, but Dodgy sneak around in the back here, looking for this gank. Blinks in, goes on the Glen. Not. I mean, that's just a kill. Oh, it's not a kill? Perhaps? Is it? He's going. He's chasing. He misses it. Misses
Wow.
unfortunately. Damn. That was a good counter gank play from the Dodgy, but unfortunately just didn't get anything off from it. He's walking over to these Harpies, looking at this Kali. Kali is level 3 though, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't think she can fight. Never mind, apparently, Kali did not stun out the Dodgy too, which I thought she did. Looks like Dodgy's ganking in mid lane. No, nothing much. Just C-Money just walks back under tower, perfectly safe. Yeah, honestly, that was a good gank from the Dodgy, but unfortunately, you know, just level 2 jungler, just has Mace 1, you know. There's not as much kill potential, you know, misses the 1 unfortunately, or doesn't get in range to hit it, you know, so it's not much you can do there, honestly.
Yeah, it was just unfortunate, and Akali was able to get some more farm over it.
Oh, and fretfully killing VYEX. I don't know what happened over there personally, you know, we were that's just unfortunate, you know. Always when you get first blood and then you die afterwards. Looks like they're looking to aggress onto this Terra. Nothing gonna go about it though. Just clearing the wave as you do. Mid lane also clearing the wave. Quick Ultim going for his back camps. Everyone just getting that wave.
Yeah, well, like you said, they got the first blood, and it looks like they just stayed in lane for too long, got too poked out, and now they lose their purple buff for it as well.
That is true, that is true. You know, I don't know if it all goes back to Apollo only having 2 health pots, but he only had 2 health pots, and he didn't back. You know, he only had 2 health pots. He could have had 3 and then a multi or 4, but he just had 2, and I feel like that can make a big difference, because a health pot is effectively 250 health that you have, you know. It's just there. Invading this Alpha Harpy here. I mean, they're just gonna get it. Pretty much what's gonna happen. No one's gonna aggress onto them for an Alpha Harpy take, but you know. That's how I feel about it. Maybe I don't know.
Looks like Horus is grouping up in mid now.
True, this Horus is taking back camps, training with him. Has purple buff on him. Interesting. Don't know if he accidentally picked that up or if they purposely gave it to him. You know, Horus's auto attacks can slap, as they say. So, you know, we'll see what happens in this mid lane. Dodgy's looking like, oh, it looks like she just wants mid camp actually. I was gonna say she looks like she wants a gank, but the mid camp came up. This Apollo is very aggressive on Twitter Blanque of all people, and I don't know if that's the play personally, but I mean, it worked out for the first play.
You know, Team Cat is doing a really good job of recognizing the pressure they have in mid lane and taking all this neutral farm. I wonder if they're going to look for a play on this purple buff since they have the timer for it.
Yeah, you spoke on that. Like, they have a gold lead even though they lost first blood. I mean, I guess they got the return kill, right? But still, like, that is impressive on its own. Jablanque ults there. Guess he was thinking there might have been a play in mid, or just for, you know, just for safety reasons, perhaps. Who knows? Might have been a wasted ult, you know, maybe if there's a gank coming into the left lane, but we'll see. Well, not hovering around over in this left lane.
Here it comes, looking for that purple buff.
There's the dash on the Glen Knot. Knockup misses. Holly going on the tank. Ooh. Terra ult onto 1. Dodgy blinks in onto the Terra. Terra sprints away. Just walking away. You saw there Dodgy wanted to ult. Just, but then, you know, decided against it. That's fair, I'd say. Oh, Apollo ults back into 3. There's the beads. Jumps in. Nice kill. This is gonna be a triple kill here. Oh, it tries to ult. Dead. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. And a rotation from the mid laner. Kukulkan just not there in time. Clears the purple buff. You know, just so they don't lose too much. They're looking for more though. They're hunting this Kukulkan. Kali wants it, but can't find him. Terra looking like she wants to start the Gold Fury. Just heard her monolith place on it, but I think it's a little early for that Terra. Oh, Kukulkan dying at his red buff.
You know, really good play by the Apollo, recognizing that his team had the ability to go in there and wipe them. He came in for the big ult. I think Team Cat waited too long to engage. I think the Daji should have just taken the chances to pull the Terra. It is a free pull every time.
Oh, Apollo bot Hog. Thank you for telling me in chat. Apollo bot Hog. Interesting. Huh. Okay.
I have been seeing that lately.
Really? You've been seeing the ADC by Hog as well as the support? That's cool. That's great. I don't think they needed 2 Hogs personally, but maybe it's OP, you know. I guess they got the first blood off it, so you know, good on them. After Team Cat was in the lead, 500 gold. Now they are the lead has been subsided. Now it is dead even, which is kind of surprising because Quarantines has 5 kills over the 1. You think there's any real reason for this? I mean,
it must be the farming. Looks like Zhonghui is doing a really good job out farming their soul laner.
that's true. We have a level disparity in the Zhonghui, and it looks like in the mid lane. Obviously, he just hit level 9, but he was about, you know, he's probably about a half level behind. Probably 1v3ing over here. Jump back to our tower. Safe. They're going to improve this invade on the blue buff. Good recognition from them. But Terra's coming in with a big ult. Oh my. That's huge. Dodgy ult too. Also very big. Stomach Muffin on the backline. Takes a kill. C Money TV with another. Oh. Good rotations. Good rotations out of Quarantines.
They're really using this global Apollo really well. Punishing them for invading once again.
Yeah, very good recognition out of the Apollo and the Merlin to rotate over there. But look at this. Cat starting up the Gold Fury. Blanke Kukulkan. It looks like they have no idea.
They have no idea.
They actually have no idea. Apollo's just invading red buff. Oh my gosh, they just snuck a Gold Fury, but Apollo's gonna probably get a double kill for this here. Horus is ulting in to try and peel off for his backline. Apollo dashing in onto Jablanque. Horus knocks him up, dashes. That's the beads. Was that the beads? That was the beads. There's the beads. And dead. But this is gonna be a triple kill for Kali. Probably. Oh my. No, never mind. Stomach Muffin choosing not to chase there. Smart idea, honestly. I mean, he got his kill. He should get out. That was a crazy Gold Fury call.
The kills are in Quarantine's favor, but I think Cat is doing a really good job of farming, invading buffs, going for that Gold Fury call. They definitely had the vision for it. So I would definitely trade a couple kills for gold any day of the week, even this early.
Oh, 100%. The XP lead is the only problem I see. You know, 800, you know, 1,000, something around those lines. No one's farming at the moment, obviously, but that can make a difference in the early game. Although you are right, Team Cat very good with their counter rotations and you know, fighting back, not just letting foreign teams have this.
The one thing I am worried about, this Kali, she's already 4-0. And I think we all know how a Kali can just run the game if she gets fed enough.
There's the Blink Daji, there's the ult, and well, that's all she wrote, folks. Daji might die here though for that. Kali doesn't have Hasten online yet though. The Blink from Merlin, good kill. That was a good return kill. They killed Sinkin, and then Zhonghui, Zhonghui, you know, walks into Phoenix. Smart play, honestly, because there were 3 people behind him. He had to die there to Phoenix, or he would have given a kill to the enemy team. So good play on his part. But back to what I was saying. You know, Daji, she rotates over, makes a gank on the Achilles, you know, puts him behind. But then Kali's like, I mean, I'm gonna rotate too. And then boom, dead. And what are you gonna do?
I think the name of the game for Quarantines has been counter rotations, and they've been playing it really well.
Interesting play there in the middle lane. I'll be honest, I didn't realize Kali had her ult up, because I was wondering, why did you just dash under a T1 tower onto a Kukulkan Horus? But, hey, you know, it's working out for her, so keep doing what you do, Kali, because you are owning at this point. 2 levels up for the jungler. I mean, ugh, this game is going very in favor of Quarantines. Well, when you look at kills at least, but, I mean, I wouldn't say Team Cat is out of it.
No, I mean, gold is dead even. I think it could be anyone's game. like we said in picks and bans, Team Cat, they have an insane team fight. I think they just need to group up at this point and then just look for a 5v5 engagement.
Yeah, this is true, but the Kukulkan's already really far behind. You know, the Kali, she's doing her job. This Kukulkan's 0-3, you know, not having a good time. Both carries are 0-3 respectively, but the Jablonki obviously with the solo kill in the early game, but still, like, you know, what? Is it just that the Kali's doing more than the Daji is? You know, I don't know. Ooh, Glenn not aggressing onto this Kukulkan, using full kit on him, doing about, I'd say, 25% of his health.
Because the Apollo fall through?
Apollo, unfortunately dashing into that Kukulkan, taking up some of his health. Still there, Kali didn't have ult, and was choosing to fight a Daji. I'm not sure about that play, personally. Yeah, that was kind of a waste on her life. Which is really unfortunate, because, you know, they're ahead. Kali was 6-1. That's a big shutdown bonus for the jungler. And now the jungler is pretty much caught up.
Yeah, and Gold Fury is about to spawn soon. It's unfortunate for the Kukulkan. He's been landing a lot of ults, but they're just now in a position to engage and punish the other team for pressuring so hard. Quarantine's pretty much able to do whatever they want.
This is true. This is true. Well, looks like we just go back to the old farming game. Backing up. Spending the gold that we just got. I mean, I'm sure Daji got a lot of gold from that kill. Yeah, guys, Daji with 2,200 gold in hand. That is a hefty sum from the Kali. Keeping that in mind, though, Kali just got Haste and Katana and Blink online. So this is going to be huge. This is where she wants to fight. She's just going to walk at people and run them down. Interesting pathing from the Kali here. Perhaps going for a gank on the Zhonghui. But perhaps underneath on the power line. Do you understand that pathing? Because I'm puzzled personally.
You know, I'm interested. The last time Gold Fury was up, they made a rotation right, and Team Cat was able to punish them by going for gold. I wonder if they're gonna try the same thing here.
Yeah, interesting question there. Zhonghui with the ultimate, just to peel for his jungler. Daji 1v1 in Kali. Kali's not gonna win this fight. I'm gonna be honest with you, even with the ultimate ability. Ooh, maybe she gets out though. Oh, Daji's blinking in, but a counter blink from Kali. Here comes the one from Kukulkan. Oh, Terra blocks it. That was a good play on Glenn. Perfect play actually. Kukulkan ult coming. Oh, slams Terra. That was a great ult. What? And pulls C money. Late D. Why? That was crazy. I didn't expect that. Oh.
C money with the outplay there.
Damn, Mr. Sneak. Unfortunate, but it looks like they're gonna pick up this Gold Fury off the back of that. Also, fretfully soloing VYX. C-Money gonna go for this 1v3 on the Gold Fury. Just wards it though, knows his place, backs off. Horse is gonna 1v1 him because, you know, it's Horus. Even at level 9, that Horus can kill you. Yeah, that was insane plays in the middle lane. That was crazy, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, the Terra came through, got the huge root on the Cuckoo, and then he just lands the big ultimate. And then obviously the solo kill and left. Really, really well played by Team Cat.
Someone just threw up the surrender vote. Not sure if that was a joke or something, but interesting. I would like to talk about this Daji build. Transcendence third, yay or nay?
I like it. Obviously, since they changed, you don't get the cooldown right away, but it just adds a lot of power. And I think in Daji's position right now, she just wants to burn people down, especially with that Crusher.
Yeah, Sinkin, I don't know where he was, but he was out of position. But never mind, looks like Daji's out of position, hits a huge onto two. Looks like maybe just one, but it could have been two. Glenna is pretty tanky. So, but I think Coconut hits harder than it did. Now they're gonna pull the Pyromancer off of that fight. Good plays from the from Team Cat. Zhonghui going behind, doesn't hit the one unfortunately.
Well, they pulled the Kali ult and the Terra ult, so this is pretty much free. They don't have secure, but
oh, I thought C-Money was gonna steal it with the 2, but good burst from Team Cat. Apollo looking to 1v1 the Jablonki. I'll be honest, I don't think he should be 1v1ing at this point. Jablonki has a full Executioner and T2 Rage, but Kali opting to 1v1 him. Ooh, Apollo ulting in. Ooh, ults into 3. That's a Zatman play if I've ever seen one. Beads doesn't get the kill, unfortunately. Good A gets off of the Jablonke. Knows where his team is. Good play.
Yeah, definitely went for the 1v3 there.
Ooh, the dodgy blink ult, and Seaman doesn't have beads because the last bead's in mid. Oh, but Aegis is? I'll be honest, I don't think that was a good Aegis. Yeah, he was dead anyway. There was no way he was living. I think he should have just saved it, but, you know.
Good punishment. They knew the Merlin beads were down.
That's true, this is true. Good punishment, and they were down for only a few more seconds. You know, they just came up right now. So that is, like, perfect. Perfect. Oh, Zhang Kui, stop. Oh, looks like they're gonna try and punish us, but Zhang Kui can 1v3. Zhang Kui is level 17. Good Aegis off of Zhang Kui to immune the Achilles ult. Isn't using his 3 for some reason, unless he already used it. That might be on me. Oh, almost solos the Kali. Oh, well, 1v3's the Kali, I should say. Good play on his part, you know, just allowing his team to farm. They got T2 in left, or right, whichever you look at. Horse is about to kill his Kali. Oh, Horse doesn't look for the chase. Oh, Kali blinks because she thinks he's looking for the chase. I'll be honest, I expected Horse to chase there. But, you know, fair enough, he got the beads. He got it a one-shot. That's fair play on his part.
Yeah, Zong forced out all 3 ults there, and like you said, they were able to get the T2 in left. I think that's definitely a win for Team Cat. Also, both Kali actives down, so she's not going to be able to be as effective, as crazy as she normally wants to be. So I'm going to be curious to see if the Team Cat tries to force something here.
That is true. Looks like Daji's going into a Blood Forge next. A lot of power, lifesteal, you know. Ooh, Forest ulting. Hold on. Forest ulting right on the Sinkin. Boom. Just off the mark, but that was max range. Thorns out of Sinkin. This is just the game of wasted relics, in my opinion. Wasted Aegis, wasted beads, wasted Thorns there. If you're gonna die, you just save your relic, you know? Like, save it for the real fight that's gonna happen. Plan on aggressing on the Skakulkin. Doesn't look like they were in position for that fight. Ooh, Kali jumping in though. Ooh, the beads. Quick beads off Skakulkin, but unfortunately just gets insta-killed by Terra ult plus Kali ult plus Merlin abilities. Jablonke ult on the back of that.
Yeah, the Cuckoo was able to zone off the Merlin for as long as he could, but then the Kali jumped in and her ult came right back up.
Yeah. Wow. This is I'll be honest, the Kukulkan, I know he's not fighting, he's just sitting on a tower, you know, and unfortunately dying. But do you really, like, Zhang Kui and Jablonke need to really be rotating, because they are both level 18, and Achilles is level 15, and Apollo was level 16, now he's level 17. But they are the stars right now. They need to be rotating, they need to put Kukulkan out.
You know, with 3 members down, I think they're going to try to pull a Gold Fury or something.
Gold Fury? Yeah, Gold Fury is coming up soon. Looks like they're just choosing to back, however. Yeah, it's an interesting play, honestly, to back there, because Gold Fury literally just came up. But I guess they have oracles on it, so we'll know. Well, I mean, here comes Fearfully pulling the objective, as we said. He is hitting it quite hard. Tolkien and Jablonke gonna go on him. He's dead. Good beat Dagus, actually. He's out. Jablonke chasing. I guess he's just going for the wave. Never mind. Probably should have just gone back to the Gold Fury. Thinking, gonna try and 1v1 the Jablonke. Probably not the play. He is crit. You don't have Spectral online yet. Kali solos Daji in the mid lane. Good Aegis. Jablonke is gonna at least kill one. Ooh, misses the 3. Unfortunate. Apollo ulting back in though. This could be huge. Ooh, nice Aegis from the Jablonke, but I think he's dead. You know, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, we saw the Daji got picked in mid while that fight was going on.
Ooh, quick Aegis from Ultimate. Nice ult. That is a huge ult, but, you know, Kali, she has this thing called Kali ult, and, kinda just doesn't care about your damage. You just ult, and then you're alive. And apparently, Kokomo was her target, because that's a 900 heal. Now they go to pull the Gold Fury off the back of that fight. But Zhang Kui, big man Zhang Kui, and Horse is in the air. Gonna knock on 3. Nice stun. Oh, that was ultimate. Huge ultimate. And Quarantine, though, do secure the Gold Fury. Kali's one shot. Merlin comes back in. I don't think they chase here, personally. Yeah, good recognition, just backing up. Good plays. Unfortunate that, they could have lost that. That was a good play on Team Cat's part, but unfortunately, they don't have the damage. You know, 2 tanks.
Yeah, the gold lead, it just keeps going back and forth. Both teams are playing really well. They're playing their comps to the strengths. Looks like Dodging might get picked here.
Dodgy, unfortunately trying to clear mid camps at 20 minutes in the game. Not the play, personally. You know, Terra just hits her with the 2-3-1, and Daji's dead. Also, Daji choosing not to beads there. I don't know if that's the play, personally. I mean, I guess since Quarantines isn't going for fire or pyro, it was the play. But if Quarantines just instantly picked up pyro or, you know, fire, I feel like beadsing there is definitely what they need to do, and looks like they're picking up the Pyromancer. No one is the wiser. I mean, Horus looks like he might know what's happening, but what is he gonna do? He's level 13 Horus. There's 3 level 20s in front of him.
You know, taking a look at this player damage tracker, Shibalanke is huge. He's a monster. He's been doing a lot. I think if he starts grouping up, Team Cat will be able to.
It just goes back. It just goes back, you know, to what I said. You know, he needs to be grouping up with Kukulkan and Kali trying to solo Kukulkan, but Jablonke, you know, killing first Kukulkan. Good plays on the back end of there though. Kills C-Money and Stud McFeasty, you know. That's good. Daji blinks in onto the Apollo. Nice Apollo Mez. Good beads. Ooh, misses a 3, but I'm sure they're all dead for it anyway. The tanks don't have beads. Ooh, unfortunately, is he gonna hit the last Daji chain release? Oh, he just chooses to cancel it. He can hit the first 2. That's just unfortunate, but good kills. That's 4 for 2. 5 for 2. Yeah, that's worth in my eyes. Honestly, they're gonna get this T2. Phoenix is being pushed right now in left by minions. That's gonna do probably half of his health, had I to guess. Jablonke tanking tower, you know, because he can. Mid T1 probably isn't gonna get taken. Ooh,
yeah, Quarantines goes for that really ballsy fire giant call, and Team Cat were not prepared for it, but they were able to come in and clean up some kills.
And now they get a Phoenix off the back of it, and half health on the left-hand side Phoenix. Might even take it, honestly. Look at that Phoenix. That's got 10% HP? Jeez. Ooh. Thank God those weren't Oni minions, because that would have been a gone Phoenix. Merlin died with both relics? Thank you for telling me in chat. Yeah, that is a big oof, honestly. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But, who knows. Bishop Blanca really likes tanking objectives. I respect it. He is pretty, like, huge. Just, like, he finished the Wind Demon, he's got the Rage. Surrender Vote being thrown up again. Interesting.
All for the trolls.
All for the trolls, I would hope. This still seems like a very decent game. You know, the 2k gold down, but they're only 2k down at 24 minutes. I mean, it's not like they're 2k down at 8 minutes, you know? Like, this is still a very winnable game from either side.
Oh, for sure, but I think Team Cat needs to really push a fight here, because last team fight, even though Quarantines had Fire Giant, they just completely wiped them. This Shibalanke is doing really, really well.
Shibalanke is doing work, and he has a speed buff to boot, so he will be much faster. Him and the Horus, actually. Looks like Daji wants to blink in here, get a huge ult perhaps. Oh, Horus coming in. That's the ult from Terra, trying to just sustain for her carries. Horus ulting in, doesn't hit the backline, but, you know, Terra's left in the dust. Horus dashing in. Oh, that is a huge mess.
Huge mess.
That's insane. VYX should feel proud of that. Seaman using his beads on a good Daji ult, so does the Apollo ult. They're running it down right. But while that's happening, Kali taking a left side T2. Good play on her part, I'd say. You know, that fight wasn't going to be won, I don't think, ever. You know, this team is very ahead. Looks like they're going to try, maybe go for the gold here. I don't know if that's the play. Signton trying to frontline, doing quite well at it too. Oh my, fearfully use the Aegis. Not sure if he used the beads there, but that is a just good plays off Signton. Uses the thorns, very good use of the thorns there. That might be a death for Mr. Thesis. No, good 3 out. That was a good defense under that T2 tower. Did not expect them to go for that, honestly.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Shibalanke was the first person to walk in the tower, so he was just frontlining all that damage. But he was able to Aegis there and immune a lot of that Merlin first.
Yeah, just, I've been saying it. This Xbalanque likes to tank T2s and T1s, and it does, it confuses me, but, I don't know. I don't think it's the play, personally. I think it
Can
does.
You blame him? Can you blame him for how big he is?
I'll be honest, I can't. He's gone triple crit, he's got devs, he's got his executioner, he is huge. But,
he's ready to make plays.
But maybe after that play, he's realized, oh, maybe I can walk the tower and tank it. I would hope, but we'll see.
So it looks like both teams just farming up, getting ready for that next Fire Giant spawn. Honestly, we're at the point of the game. Right Phoenix is down. If Cat can win a huge fight, they might be able to push for end.
That is true. Okay, this is an interesting build path here from VYX. Goes the Odysseus bow last item. I'm actually confused pretty heavily on this one. So he goes double crit and then OD bow. Do you have anything for that? Because I'm actually so confused.
Well, he's facing a lot of pressure in these fights, and so I feel like he's just trying to confirm his damage. But it looks like they're engaging on this Pyromancer.
Yeah, huge team fight off the back of that. Looks like the Blanca uses the beads there. That is a huge damage. Kali, use that ultimate, allows her to just be invincible. Gets the Bloodforge proc, has the beads. Oh, but the last Daji chain hits him. Oh, Daji in the backline didn't. Looks like the freaking quarantine didn't notice. Oh, maybe they did though. Apollo's in the air. Yeah, Apollo definitely knows. That's a dodgy blink. They're walking into Kukulkan Tornado right now. I'm confused on this one personally. They actually literally just walked into Kukulkan Tornado twice. That's the beads off of Kukulkan, which his name is
still
very
creeping
hard.
around.
Daji is creeping around looking for this pick on the C money, but it looks like Daji is gonna get picked herself. Uses the beads. I don't know about that beads. I think that beads could have been saved. I think she was
the Kali ultimate really coming through there. The Zonkwe had a huge ult, the Cuckoo ult landed, but just that immunity is putting in a lot of work there. Not wasting, but confirming a lot of ults on this Kali while she's just not able to die.
I completely agree with you there. And now we get to see Merlin in his true action, doing about 4,000 damage to that Pyromancer. And then Apollo is gonna finish up. That's just a long KO wall. Signkin, 1v2s in the backline. Gets a Kukulkan ult for it. Yeah, I mean, Kukulkan didn't even really do damage to him. And this Achilles is just so tanky. It looks like he's in the armor stance too, so has probably 300 protections. Physical-wise, he's built a lot physical, and then probably 286 magical if I had to guess. But he is a beast, just to say so. And especially if he's going to choose and opt to sell that Gladiator shield, he could be even more tanky. Maybe a Mantle Discord, which is what I would personally like to see picked up here.
Yeah, he really is, and take a look at the gold lead. The entire game we've been preaching how close of a game it is, and 30 minutes in, gold neck and neck XP difference goes in the favor of Quarantines, but interesting to see how this defense is gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, gold and XP, I mean, gold is obviously very relevant because mid laners still haven't finished their next items, but XP is not as relevant, I'd say. Cause, I mean, the only real disparity is Horus being 2 levels down, but I mean, it's a Horus, Kali very out of position here. Ooh, that was a frame perfect ultimate. Looks like she's gonna get out too.
Huge damage on Terra.
Yeah, looks like VYX gets killed off the back of it. Good Horus ult brings the entire team to Glenot. Glenot's dead. Signkin, makes it out. Oh, who just blinked there? Was that Xbalanque? Nope, that was
Horus.
That was Horus. I thought Xbalanque blinked. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy's alpha. The blink Daji ult. Ooh, good ult to immune it. Very good ultimate. Yeah, that fight is pretty much lost simply based on Kali not being in the right position. She was out there, behind 2 Phoenixes. Her team wasn't in position with her. I'm not gonna blame it on Kali, it wasn't her entire fault, but she wasn't in position with her team. She shouldn't have been there when she was. I think that's fine to be there, but your team has to be pushed up farther, and they were like, they were a little too far away.
It's 3v5 on this defense, but they do have a Merlin. Big damage coming through.
Signkin was the huge reflect damage. Good on him. I mean, he dies, but he gets so much damage off. But, fretfully just full heals because crit, that's how it is. Apollo dashing, ulting in, I should say again. Another Zatman play from him. Kali getting 1v3'd, not unfortunate, and oh my, Fretfully winning the auto trade. That is not what...
Fretfully coming in huge!
Yeah, that is not what you like to see, I'll be honest, if you're an ADC. They're looking to push this Phoenix. I'll be honest, I don't think they can. They still got Merlin. That's a huge peril. If Merlin gets some abilities on them, that's going to be good damage. He's pushing up the front line. He just needs to stay here, try to defend, throw the 2 on the wave. There it is. There's the 1. Possibly.
Yeah, C-Money's doing a great job on these defenses, just playing back, knowing that if he goes down, so does the Phoenix.
Yeah, C-Money, good trying to defense, you know. Unfortunately, he can't defend it, but you know, as to be expected. There's 4 there. You know, he's just a Merlin. If you dash in, maybe you could defend it. Horus ulting to the gold for you, looks like. Interesting terror stun. That was, just a little cheeky. Like, I'm just gonna stun you. Terror might be looking for the steal. That's fine. That's impossible, though. But, you know. Yeah, good plays. Good plays on both teams. This is a very good game, I'd say. I am very happy with how this game is turned, personally.
So how the past couple fights, Team Cat has really been able to punish Quarantine's aggression. How can they close this game out, and how can Quarantines maybe switch up what they're doing to win a fight?
Okay, so this is a good question here. So how can Team Cat finish, or how can Quarantines finish? Which one are you asking? Because I can tell you.
Both, because that's what both teams are dealing with now. Team Cat,
so
they can't...
How Quarantines wins is they let Kali not do what she's doing. Kali right now is trying to frontline, and I understand your Kali, you know, you have an ult that means damage, but you gotta wait. You just gotta wait, you know. Kali, I mean, she is 13-4. She is obviously doing a lot. Oh, the blink. Hold on here. Blink from the Horus does a lot of damage. Good Coconut incoming. Oh my god, did that just hit C-Money? Nope. C-Money barely blinks out of it. Daji going to the backline. 1v2ing the carries and killing.
Huge.
That was insane. Junku with a huge ult on the back end. But this is where I'm talking about. The Kali, if she can get in here and do a lot of damage, that's just so unfortunate. She just took so much damage. But she kills the Kukulkan. That's a good play there. Kali does end up dying to the Junku ult, but still. So, I feel like we might be seeing the end of the game here, but what I was gonna say is Kali needs to be waiting. You know, she's gonna wait a little bit, wait for her team to soak up a little bit of the damage, you know, maybe the Kukulkan ult, maybe the Junku ult, and then go in and do what this Daji's doing. Now, if you saw what the Daji's doing, I was gonna say basically that. Daji has been doing perfect this entire game, just literally going on these carries, 100-0ing them by herself. You know, and if she doesn't kill him, Junku cleans it up. But it looks like we might be ending this game here, folks. Yeah, I mean, 2 down from 14, maybe. So
Possibly not.
Signkin and Glennon are doing very good healing for the Titan, but the Horus ult on Titan just secures it. And yeah, that was unfortunate. Looking at the player damage numbers there at the end. 42k for Jablanque. Huge damage from this guy.
Yeah, he played really well.
Yeah, out of his mind, honestly. Him and the Daji. The Daji at that last fight, I'd say the last fight when the Daji blinked onto the 2 carries after Merlin had to use his flicker, he got it forced out by Terra. Forced out by Horus. That is when they won the fight because yeah, that is when they won the fight. Daji literally insta-killed. That was insane. You know, they were split up. Achilles couldn't get back there in time. Terra wasn't in position, and Kali was just coming out of mid lane, you know, to there. But good plays out of Team Cat. I'd say good plays out of Quarantine too, honestly. Yeah, I think
it was neck and neck for pretty much the whole game. I just think Team Cat played these fights a little bit better than Quarantines, but you know, C-Money and Vix, they both had some really, really good plays. I think the Daji impact towards late in that team fights, you know, getting rid of the Apollo and just killing anyone who could defend really affected that last siege.
I completely agree. And although it may not show it with the Kukulkan kills, the Kukulkan was doing a lot. Now, these ults were hitting 2 people, 3 people. I mean, the player damage also doesn't really show it as much, but, you know, that's just because Fretfully was fragging so hard. But Kukulkan was doing his job. He was getting focused. And because he was getting focused, Fretfully was allowed to solo VYEX 3 times. So, I mean, I would take that any day as long as my Jablanca can carry the game for me. You know? And it seems like it worked for them. So
It's funny. I talked about all this setup that they had for the Kukulkan ult, and he was free casting every ult, but he was landing multiple targets. Really great job, just coming through, dying, knowing his purpose. Do
100%.
damage and die, but it ended up working out for him. So
Oh, 100%. They were. I feel like they were focusing the Kukulkan a little bit too much there because, yeah, I mean, as a mid laner, if they want you dead, you're gonna die. So he was just, doing his thing, throwing out his damage, and then dying, and that's, he did have 8 deaths, and that would be why. Kukulkan is a lot less safe now with the 2 nerf, and the 3 nerf, and the ult nerf, so that. Looking here. I don't know if you noticed, but Achilles 85k mitigations. Insane.
yeah, he was frontlining a lot. He had a lot of really good ultimates to avoid this dodgy pull, and just overall great play. So we're gonna go ahead and take a couple-minute break. Get game 2 set up for you guys. Really, really good job by both teams. Really excited to see how the rest of this set's gonna go.
100% agree. And I guess we'll be back in a minute. Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back, gamers.
Yeah, we're gonna get started on game 2 here, between Quarantined and Cats. I'm expecting this to be a very good game, especially from last game's showing.
It's gonna be interesting to see if we see some respect bans here, like the Shibalanke, the Daji, the X-Ball.
Yeah, even the Horus, honestly, I think that would be a good ban, because that Horus, he's doing some work.
Oh, for sure.
Yep. We're getting into picks and bans here now. We got the Humbots ban, pretty standard ban, honestly. I don't think anyone wants to play against that god personally, but it's not that big a deal. All right. So let's talk about what do we want to see out of this game from Quarantines. What are we looking at here? What do they need to win?
If I'm being honest, I feel like they just need some more pressure from their duo lanes. I feel like the X-Ball was doing a lot compared to what the Apollo could do. And then the Zhong Kui, of course, had some huge ultimates. And while the Achilles was good, he soaked up a lot of damage. I think they needed some sort of follow through with that Kali pick, because Kali a lot of the times was diving 1v3 and would sometimes get the kill, but if she didn't, then the team fight fell apart, and that's pretty much how those games went.
Interesting here from Cats banning their own Jablanque. This is an interesting ban here. I mean, Yemoja Thor are very standard, but the Jablanque is very interesting, and that is a Daji ban. That is very respectful. I agree with that ban personally.
Yeah, Daji had a lot of impact, and then the camo, of course. Persephone's on the table right now.
You are right. Persephone is on the table, and I would not be surprised if if they picked it up. Oh my, this is. Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Well, there's Persephone for you. We're gonna see that. That's gonna be pretty crazy because C-Money did very well on Merlin, and I expect him to do way better on Persephone because every mid laner has to have a Persephone. If you don't, I mean, I don't know what you're doing, honestly, but C-Money played well. I think he played well, even though they lost. I think he played very well. He had some good plays, maybe some missed active usage, but it happens here and there. The Kali pick up first for Cats, looks like they are prioritizing that very heavily. That is interesting. I guess it went 14 and 6, right? But like, do you think it's first pick worthy?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they were more so afraid that they were gonna have to play against it again, and they just wanted to secure it for themselves. I think Kali does okay into Persephone. You're gonna have to beads every time she ults, but once you kind of catch up to her, but Sobek causing a lot of disruption already. This Kali is gonna have to face a lot of CC.
Oh my, and the Odin on top of that. Oh my me. Jeez. They have a very good comp already. This is like Persephone on her own is very good, but Sobek and Odin? Whew.
But then here comes the Merlin. Good
Uh,
follow through.
Here comes the Merlin though, but Persephone has a very good matchup in the Merlin. Merlin doesn't have a CC immune ult. Persephone, you just ult him, he has to beads or he's dead pretty much. And against Sobek Odin, he's not gonna have beads up all that often,
Yeah, I agree. Team Cats, their whole game plan in game 1 was to counter engage, and it looks like they're gonna have to be doing that again with the Sobek plucks and then the Odin cages.
This is true. Jingwei ban, very interesting. I guess, just a safe hunter. They don't want to really play against it. Well, I understand why. Fretfully really wants to fight this guy because after the first game, I'm sure he knows that he can win these fights. He hit more autos that one time. He did solo the enemy hunter a few times. So, just get him off a safe hunter.
Oh, for sure. Oler
Ooh,
ban?
interesting Oler ban there, actually. I feel like they should have picked that up, personally. Well, I guess it makes sense with the Persephone, another carry without a CC Minol. So, they might pick up, on her, they might pick up Hou Yi. I mean, Hou Yi doesn't have a CC Minol, obviously, but Hou Yi is just very good. There's a Hou Yi right there, as I say it. Very good pick, I'd say.
Yeah, I'm looking for Team Quarantine to pick another big CC ultimate. The Willix comes out though, and that's pretty good into the Kali and the Hou Yi.
That is, and they have 2 knockups so far. They've got the Sobek 2 and the Sobek 1. Trinabog locked in here. When I see Apollo and Trinabog, that tells me that the enemy ADC is not good at rotating out of lane.
I really like the Apollo game one. I think he had some like you said, Zapman ultimates, but they definitely turned some of the fights. And now with the Chernobog, he's gonna be able to do the same thing.
Oh no, 100%, 100%. But I think he's picking these because he wants to be able to keep fishing for kills. Or Fretfully, I should say, sorry. Fretfully in lane so that he can ult away, so he can turn a team fight. Also, Jormungandr picked last year. Good pick, honestly. I mean, a Wheelix can't ult him, so what are you gonna do to him, right?
Yeah, I really like the Willix pick here. It's pretty much saying, we're gonna trap you in Odin cage, and if you want to jump away, we're gonna pull you right back in. Another beads burner for this Persephone ult. I really like Quarantine's team fight compared to Cats.
Oh, sure. Give us a second. Stream is paused. We're having a little technical difficulties, but we'll be right back in like 2 seconds, probably. 3 seconds, maybe. It was paused on my end. Gotcha.
Yeah, we're good now. We're all good now.
We're good now. Never mind what I just said. Oh, maybe I'm... Yeah, well, we're getting into game 2. As you said, Quarantine, I really like their team comp. I mean, they have Persephone, so... I already like it. That's probably my favorite god in the game, honestly.
I feel like we're not respecting Team Cat as much as we should. We're talking a lot about Quarantine's strengths in their team comp, but, like I said, Team Cat, they like to counter-engage, and their team comp, like a Jing Chen ult, could be huge, or, throwing the Kali in there, soaking up a lot of Team Quarantine's ults. It's definitely going to be a really good matchup.
No, you are right, you're right. You're true. We're not respecting them enough. But what you're right. What I should say is, they have changed the solo lane. They've placed it on a Jormungandr, And I'd say Jormungandr and Kali dive is very hard to deal with. Would you agree?
Oh, I mean, you have two targets that essentially can't die and cause a lot of disruption in these team fights.
Also, Persephone in the duo lane.
Very interesting.
I am very confused, I'll be honest. I honestly have no words for this because I feel like Persephone just does better in the middle lane.
You know, I'm with it. I feel like Vex really wants to just come out here and just go for the fight, I guess, with the Persephone. I'm totally down for it.
I mean, I guess it makes sense, you know, C-Money is going to be on a Hunter. The Hunter can get pressure in some way, you know, but it's a Kernabog, not going to get that much pressure. But, I mean, it can work, it can work. It's just going to be interesting for these early, like, because the early is not going to be in their favor, but it looks like they out-cleared. I mean, I guess Persephone clear OP, right? You know, put your plants on the wave, kill it.
Well, remember, they had pressure last game, and they were able to get first blood off it.
That is true, but they did get a return kill off of that. Just gotta be careful of this.
So Beck electing to go for the shell this game.
Yeah, the shell. He did go for the shell this game, and I think it's a good pickup here. You know, they've got the Hoi, they've got the Kali. That's a lot of AA damage. Ooh, jumping in on VYX, and I'll be honest, I don't. Oh my god, that was a huge bounce. Fretfully with the first blood. Oh my. Look at this.
Yeah, really good aggression, knowing that, you know, Persephone dash was not there.
Look at this early rotation on the Wheelix, but Fretfully is trying to turn it. Hits a pretty huge triple bounce onto Glenot, but I mean, the Wheelix, it's too early for Wheelix to be rotating there, honestly. Like, level 2, all she's got is Mace, you know? Now she's just using her back camps. I don't think that's a worth rotation, personally.
Yeah, but one thing to look at, they just forced the shell out, and Hoi now has no more sustain in lane. He popped his last health pot, so if Quarantine's able to pressure him out, they're going to have to force him to back early.
That is true. You know, you make a good point there. But, you know, there's not going to be much pressuring out with Sobek Persephone, I think, right?
That is also true.
Odin getting a little hurt here. Obviously, it doesn't look like it because, you know, Jormungandr's health bar is lower, but Jormungandr is Jormungandr. Jormungandr has 3 more health pots left. And Odin doesn't have any, which is why I say that. But Wheelix looking for this gank on the Jormungandr. Very early gank. Nice stun. Goes with a 2. That's a dead Jormungandr. That is... Oh, wait, maybe not. Kali with a counter rotation. Jormungandr wanted to go in for some reason. Don't think that's the play. He's at like 10 HP. Like 80. But, yeah.
Great rotation by the Kali.
Good rotation by the Kali. I'd say good rotation by the Wheelix. I mean, she was just trying to get something, you know. But again, going back to it, she still hasn't backed, and she still only has Mace 1. That's like 15 power. You're not doing enough damage to kill Jormungandr. But, unfortunately.
Looks like she's electing the back now.
Yep. Good back here, honestly. Odin just teleported back in, P2 boots, but Jormungandr teleporting in with full tier cooldown boots. DYX looking like he's semi-zoning waves, semi-not. Not really sure what he wants to do there. It's fair. Ooh, good jump. Jumps in place. If DYX had ult here, that could have been unfortunate, preferably. But preferably just, you know, low on health, low on mana. Gonna back out. Good plays.
Soul laners punching each other as they do.
That is how they do it, you know? Oh, I don't know what happened over there, but looks like Fretfully didn't back and then just did that. And Fretfully BMing, but maybe he shouldn't have been because Thumb McBeastie comes in with the rotation, gets the kill, but I mean Fretfully gets a kill on him back, so was it really worth it? I don't know, probably.
Yeah, that, you know, that was really interesting. Persephone was zoning waves, Hoi was out of mana, I guess he just sustained enough and hit 5 before the Persephone did.
Yeah, and then, you know, I think the backing in front of her, the disrespect there was not the play, personally. I mean, so Persephone wasn't gonna kill you, of course, but you've gotta assume that someone's coming to gank you there, you know.
He definitely got punished for it, but he did get the return kill, like you said, so.
Definitely. I mean, now, keeping that in mind, he has full tier Transcendence, and Persephone only has T2 boots, T1 lifesteal, so this is just rough for her. Because if he wants to kill her, he can. And he probably will, if I'm being honest. Goes in the same thing, fair enough.
You know, it looks like Team Quarantines has a little bit of pressure in mid because of the ADC.
This is true. Team Cat, though, does have the gold lead. That's a pretty demanding gold lead. I think that's 1k, about? Oh, 1k. That's all on Fretfully, pretty much, it looks like. Because he's 3-1, so... But who knows, right?
Looks like Kali's going for this Persephone over in dual lane.
There's the ult. A little bit off the mark. Good stun. She's gonna have to ult here. I mean, it's a good ult, though, because S0W2 coming in for that rotation. Probably should have started running away after the Kali ult was dropped. Oh, he wants to dive. You know it. He doesn't have blink up, though. He still wants to. Solo kill in the solo lane. Very interesting. Here comes C-Money. Has to use Bead Shell. Jumps in. Ooh, good play. And, well, I mean, that's all she wrote, folks. He's gonna die there. That is unfortunate.
Great play by Fishin, baiting out the beads and then ulting the Chernobog, knowing there's nothing he can do. Interesting thing, the Kali elected to go blink first over the beads. I feel like Team Quarantines can definitely punish this Kali with a Persephone ult or Sobek Clux or a Willix ult.
Yeah, all of the above. You're totally right. They should definitely be punishing this Kali a little bit more than they are. And look at this. As I say it, Kali is stealing their purple buff. As the DYX tries to solo Fretfully, he succeeds, by the way. Persephone, pretty good god. Kali jumps in on Persephone. Ooh, good kill.
A little bit of BM coming through.
I don't know, they should probably stop trying to back in front of Persephone, though, because that's gonna bite him in the butt. I mean, I already did once, but... You know, it's not gonna do it there, unfortunately.
Team Cat doing a great job shutting down this Persephone. They know she's gonna be a problem, you know, when she gets huge. I'd like to see some sort of counter rotation coming from Quarantines here. They're kind of leaving their Persephone on an island, and I'd like to see them to pressure maybe solo side or look for counter ganks, something along those lines.
I was gonna say, like, they can't really rotate to help this Persephone because she's so far behind, you know, like, they can come and help her, but then they all just die. Like, that's what happened last time. But, yeah, you're right. I also think the Persephone into, Hou-Yi matchup, probably not the best one. Oh, look at this Hou-Yi, aggressive. Cool. Almost dead. Just to, ult 1 auto. That was crazy. Fretfully really is, just being allowed to do whatever he wants in this lane. And I'll be honest, I think that was the problem last game, is that it was Fretfully, like, he is the problem. Like, they should be shutting him down. They shouldn't give him a free lane. But, you know, they did, and that's just unfortunate.
Oh, I agree, but you still have the Willix pull, so if you get enough vision in dual lane side, I'd like to see, you know, a 3-man gank on this Hou-Yi. Definitely shut him down. The Merlin is also pretty big.
A good pluck from Glenot, but not really much to do off of it, you know. Unfortunately, I mean, Chernobog's a good god and all, but he's in middle, and he's with Jing Chen. He's not gonna really do anything, you know. He's gonna auto him. That's not as much burst damage as, like, a Merlin or the Persephone, you know. But, yeah. That's unfortunate, truly. Looks at this rotation over to duo lane. Nothing's really gonna happen. Carefully frontlining, you know, as he did last game. Not afraid of anyone on the enemy team. Oh, a Wheelix in a very precarious spot. Good bait from Pepper. Gets up the ring there.
Yeah, Team Cat has just made that purple buff their purple buff. Hoyi's constantly pressuring the Persephone to get under tower in the back, and they're doing a really good job of pushing this lead.
I honestly feel like they should lane swap. Persephone should go mid, C-Money should go duo, because at least he is on par with Hoyi, right? They're both level 10. I mean, he just got trans, but he finished full boots already, so he's got that over him. But Persephone's, you know, he's 2 levels down and getting jumped on cooldown. Oh, and she dodges the Persephone. That was very well done. Here comes C-Money into the lane with the Persephone. Good beat, I think? I'm not sure what he was beating there, but I think it was decent. Gets killed. C-Money, a lot of gold for that kill. That was huge.
Good rotation using the global ult, and they didn't really lose much off of that elsewhere on the map, so...
I mean,
C-Money.
To be honest, they didn't really lose much anyway. I mean, I think Persephone's worth about a wave right now. So, you know, I think it was just a good trade, honestly. She got an assist on the Hoyi, who's, you know, 5-1. Now it's 5-2, now 5-3. Yeah, but I really just think they should make this Persephone go mid because, I mean, she'll just she's not gonna have a better time, you know, because Kali can dive her, but she will be a little safer because Hoyi's just literally jumping up.
Looks like they're rotating on this Odin for proxying.
There's the ult out of the Odin, but Jormungandr, I don't know if you know, but its passive makes Odin Cage non-existent. Pretty cool. Because its passive is his autos.
Huge kill.
Huge kill, but look at this. Quarantine's looking at this Gold Fury. Doesn't look like Merlin is looking at his map. Never mind. Because fretfully, you know, he was saying, yeah, I'm just gonna solo 2 of them. And then secure Gold Fury. Wow. And then get a triple kill.
Man, Fretfully is just going off right now. You know, Quarantine's good calling them to go for the gold. They recognized 3 were in right, but they just took a little bit too long doing it.
Yeah, unfortunately, you know, the Persephone's a little too behind. You know, they can't really burn that Gold Fury. Trinabog doesn't have Xe online, which I'm guessing is what he's building into next, which is really what he wants to be able to shred that Gold Fury. But look at this call. Do you think this is a good call? 12-minute Fire Giant? Fretfully is so low. Look at Sinkin. He's coming in.
He's coming
in. He knows. He's gonna go for it. He's gonna get a double kill here, honestly. Does he steal it? He doesn't steal it, but he gets a double kill. This is gonna be a triple kill. This could be a Deicide.
This is gonna be a wipe, yeah.
So I don't know about that Fire Giant call. I mean, it was overall, it was a very ballsy call. I mean, it might have been decent, but that's a triple kill for the Persephone that's been behind all game, and now she's caught up.
That was really good for Quarantines. You know, Team Cat, I feel like that was a little bit disrespectful. And Quarantines definitely shut him down because that fire is non-existent. All 5 members died, and now they get a Pyro and a T1.
Exactly, and they get to farm. They might even go for a T2 here. I actually think they shouldn't. I think this is overstaying their welcome, personally.
Let's see it.
I mean, Kali is the only defender at the moment. Kali literally just got 1 shot, but then here comes Stomach Beastie, dying. You know, to Kali, because Kali is pretty OP. Probably jumping in, as he's been doing the entire game. Literally no respect for the enemy team. And I mean, I understand it, you know, he's very ahead, but not really anymore. I mean, still a 4K gold, still 4K XP. I don't know, though. I mean, this person in the late game, if she can get late game, she can do a lot.
Oh, I agree. I mean, Kali, Merlin, Hoyi, all 3 carries gets trapped by that Persephone cage, and when it comes to team fights where you have other abilities pulling beads, that could be huge.
That could be huge, you're right. But, at the moment, the Persephone just, you know... I mean, she did a lot in that last team fight at Fire Giant, but not right now. I mean... Also, interesting build from this Persephone. Look at this build. What do you feel about this build? I'm a little, I'm honestly interested.
Is she... Oh, it looks like Jing Chen's diving. Wants to do the ultimate.
That's an interesting Hoyi ultimate there. He was expecting the Jing Chen ult to hit, so he ulted, you know, the Jing Chen ult. Because he was like, my support, he's gonna pull it to me. Unfortunately, they beat, and that's just how it works. If I'm not missing a flex.
Overall 2 for 2. Sobek coming in with the ult. Looking to get away.
That's a classic Sobek play, is to dash in, and if you miss, you ult, because then you're safe. Because if you're in your ult, they can't CC you, right? So you just get down. Oh. Ooh. I feel like backing in front of Fretfully is never the play, because this man will eat you alive. He is insane on this god. Oh, they are chasing a Wheelix through the jungle.
Yorm secures the kill.
And there goes a Wheelix. I think they secured the speed buff too. Which is just super unfortunate for that Wheelix.
I mean, if you take a look over at the player damage, like Ho Yi, Merlin, Yorm, they're all up there, and Team Quarantine just don't have the damage right now. The Chernobog's doing the best he can, but they just need more farm. They need to get more items.
Unfortunately, Team Cat is pushing their league, I think, correctly. I think the Fire Giant call was a little ballsy, but they are pushing their league correctly. They're fighting them where they are trying to farm, They're saying, you're not going to farm unless you fight us. And the enemy team obviously doesn't want to fight them, because they just want to farm because they're so far behind. I mean, look at these level disparities, right? We've got 2 levels in the ADC, 2 levels in the mid, 2 levels in the jungle, 2 levels in the solo, and then support is even, but it's support, so.
Yorm's getting aggressive.
Look at this! Look at this!
Forces the Aegis.
Forces the Aegis there. Does half of this man's health with 2 abilities. Like, what are you gonna do? What do you do against this?
And looking at Team Cat's comp, it looks like they have the late game on their side. I know we're talking about Persephone, but they have a Kali and a Merlin that have been left unchecked.
I mean, yeah, it's just, and this Ho Yi, he does very well late game. Autos,
Persephone all coming in.
Hit hard. Persephone is just, I mean, she's dead, man. Unfortunately, the rest of her team wasn't there to help her.
Jormungandr comes in for the pick.
Yeah, Jormungandr does what he does. He dives. And he dives into the ground, dives out of the ground, kills 2 people, I think. Yeah, this is just so unfortunate for Quarantine.
There goes the Gold Fury.
Yeah, Jormungandr's gonna 1v2 here, while the rest of his team takes the Gold Fury.
I think C Money, he's doing a really good job, but he needs to play selfish. He needs to go farm, and if his team really needs him, he has the global ult.
Yeah, I agree with this.
The quicker he gets online, the quicker Quarantine will be able to turn these fights in their favor.
No, yeah, I completely agree with you on that one. I mean, he should just be split pushing, because he needs to force one of them to come to him, and then he needs to ult into a team fight. Because I don't think Quarantines win a 4v5 at this point, even. But I think they might be able to do some damage. And if C-Money can just farm up, in his Executioner, which he doesn't have online yet, but I was saying that they're doing a lot of damage.
A lot of damage.
Yeah, this Jormungandr still doesn't have ult from that last fight, but look at Kali, look at her. She's looking, she's hunting. C-Money is in danger. But Kali, she's decided not. She's behind their entire team, pretty much. I mean,
she just caused so much separation.
That is true. And then there's the blink in, there's the kill. She is doing what Stug McFeasty could not do last game, unfortunately. She's just, Oh, and she gets the heal off of Persephone. That's huge. Ooh, that was a good damage onto, Preferably though, from the Sobek ult. That was like a good 800. Good on him. Now this is
definitely huge.
This is a Fire Giant call. This is a free fire. I don't think anyone can test. Seeing Glenn, looks like he might want to, but I think he should really just be going for that wave, because he's not gonna steal that fire.
Yeah, Glenn doing everything he can to try and disrupt this Kali, but once she gets going, it's just impossible to stop her. Perfectly executed ult. Gets the heal. They don't have any anti-heal itemization-wise coming from Quarantine, and
yeah,
I don't know. Team Cat's playing very, very well right now.
Very, very well indeed. And I mean, this Kali, you know, he's just playing it frame perfect. You know, the Aegis comes out of Persephone as he's autoing, then he hits the ult, and then she ults, and then he beads, you know, as she ults. You know, I mean, he's showing that he's the alpha Kali. You know, Sinkin though out here, you know, still pushing his T1, just trying to get his team some farm.
You know, I think that Quarantine should switch up who's frontlining and who's healing. I think they should switch the Odin with the Sobek, because the thing is, if Kali jumps in and you ult to trap her, you know, there's no healing. You
That's true.
know, like she's stuck, and they don't have a Phantom on their team.
And it's an attack speed slow. You gotta keep that in mind.
This is true. Yeah.
So it's gonna slow this Kali's attack speed, not as much as you'd like, but I mean, obviously she has, you know, Exekin's Hasten, but still, oh, and Crusher, but still, it will slow her attack speed a good amount. It'll get the healing reduction. You're right. Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think Glenn should be on the back. No, Glenn should be on the front foot, because I mean, he honestly is their engage. You know, he's looking for these slugs. That's what he should be doing in the back. But I mean, maybe he shouldn't be, right? Like, he's level 15. What is he gonna do? Right? Like, he plucks a carry and then they beads and kill him. I mean,
yeah,
right? That's what I would do, right? Like I don't know. It's just an awkward scenario for Quarantines. It's just a lose-lose.
Quarantine has a great defensive comp. They have the Persephone, they have the Odin Cage. The Willix can get a pull if they try to engage.
That's true.
I'd like them to play really defensive, maybe play patiently and wait for Team Cat to make a mistake, and then they can aggress on it.
I mean, at this point, do you even think making a mistake in Team Cat is going to do anything? I mean, let's just really quickly look at the levels, right? We've got 16 on the Odin, 14 on the Wheelix, 15 on the Purse. Sobek is a Sobek, so, you know, he does well. But then Chernobog's 16, and then on the other side, we have 2 level 20s, 2 level 19s, and then Jing Chen. Like,
We'll just have to see how this next siege goes as they're shoving up left lane. Kali split in mid.
yeah, Kali's gonna take a 2v1 in mid, and I'll be honest, I think she can win that. Merlin, oh my, that is a lot of damage. I mean, that's just a Phoenix there. They should just back off of it, if I'm being honest.
Cage drops down to buy them some time, but there's just not enough. Kali's in the back.
Yeah, this looks like game here. Oh, good. A wheel assault though kills Kali. That's pretty good. They haven't got the Phoenix yet. Just got it right now. Glenn lives. They're chasing the Weapon. He's going in right now. I don't know if that was the play. I think he just needed to be alive for the Titan defense.
They're going for end here.
They're going for the end here. Nice block.
Sobek Chernobog's still up.
Oh, Hoi jumps onto Cherno. I mean, yeah, this looks like a game, unfortunately. I mean, unless the Sobek Cherno can stall, but I'm pretty sure this is game. I mean, Merlin is Merlin, and he's throwing his entire kill on the Titan as he should.
Yeah, Merlin burst damage, you know. Wow.
Yeah, that is just unfortunate. I think where they lost that game is putting Persephone in the duo lane, because it just didn't do what they wanted it to do, and it really did what Fretfully wanted, which was Fretfully got ahead, and when Fretfully is ahead, he carries, and that's what he did.
Oh, for sure, and you know, they came in with the team comp of the Persephone ult, the Odin Cage, and then if they try to escape, they got the Willix pull, but I feel like it was too late when they grouped up. They were just too far behind, so it didn't matter. You know, Sobek got the Witchblade last item, but it was just too late. They put a lot of pressure in the dual lane, put the Persephone behind. Just overall, really well played by Team Cat.
I agree, and I speak a lot about the Fretfully, but Kali, Mr. Sneaky, he was doing work. That guy was destroying.
Oh, 100%. You know, Team Quarantine, C-Money, he just didn't get online. He was doing a lot in the fights. He just didn't have the farm available for it.
Yeah.
To really have an impact.
It's just, it is unfortunate there, I think. I think they really did lose that picks and bans when they put the Persephone in duo. But if they put her in mid, maybe it's a different game. Who knows? Maybe we're seeing the game 3. But you know, I don't know. I can't say anything about their thought process. You know, maybe that was the play. Maybe, you know, VY's purse is just insane. But Hou Yi is really good into Persephone, in my opinion. So, you know, It was just unfortunate.
You know, I agree, but he did have a solo kill on the Ho Yi when the Ho Yi was a couple levels ahead. So I think it was just a matter of getting online, maybe getting an early rotation that actually landed a kill on the Ho Yi, and maybe try to camp him a little bit, get him ahead. But
Oh, you're right.
uh,
But I think though, fretfully, he was kind of being BM. He was like standing in perception abilities, like literally, right? Like he was just like not respecting it, right? But I don't know. You guys tell us. Good games. I think that's the end for us.
very
So,
well. Yeah, he was definitely just standing there, and he said, "You know what? Come get me. I want you." But great games, great set. Both teams played really well. Team Cat comes out on top. 2-0 victory.
oh, who do we
Okay.
think?
Yeah, of course. So thanks for tuning in, guys. For the viewers watching, thank you for the admins at the BOTG Community League for setting this up. Thank you, Cabbages, for carrying us behind the scenes. Thanks, Ember. Thanks, Adios. Thanks, all you guys. Anything else to say, Hellfire?
Good games.
Yeah, really good games. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. I've been cold-blooded,
I'm Hellfired.
and we'll see you next time.